Hi, my name is Ilkin, and I'm the author of Blue Mountain Mist. I go by Hannah. I just woke up, so there's no makeup, no nothing. You are seeing it raw. But why am I showing you my face today? I am showing you my face because this is the face of a person that went through conflict. That conflict has not been easy. What is it about? It's about several different things. And this took years. Remember, this story started in 1998. It actually, if you want to get technical, in the 80s, when the Pope was first assassinated. And what is going on with computers? It's merging humanity together. So our world is really different. And this is probably going to be one of the hardest clips I ever do of my entire life. So today is about 4,617. There's a battle between myself and an entity called Lucifer, and then there's a battle with myself and United States media. Then there's a battle between myself and several other organizations. Now, why is that? Because when I did the discovery of Kanata means wings, my world turned upside down. But by then I was already a seasoned veteran. I had done Animal to Hominid Journal, because there's 70 in total, and I had done a collaboration with my father called the Tak Journal, T-A-K Journal. Now anybody from Turkey will recognize me right away because we are famous in that vicinity. Now they might slightly not recognize me because my face has been altered so many times, but there's still an essence of the real Ilkin family. So here is the story, and what makes this entry one of the hardest. I'm going to tell you the setup Lucifer wanted in the future before he ends the planet. Now there's a prophecy in 100 years from now. You're going to see some of the damages this entity has done. And why is that? Because with a blessed also comes the devil. It's just the natural humanity's faith. So based on a summary of everything, he started killing off many different organizations. Historically, China and India were very populated, of course, with Anatolia, calling them certain derogatory names, and them calling Anatolia. It was just one of those triangles of bloodbath. Well, that erupted, and the globe's militaries got a chance to feel ancestry because it was just the nature of how they are built in setup. So the hardest thing to do is look at you at this particular time and tell you what they exactly want to do. So first of all, when it comes to doctors, they only want their own doctors, which are part of the gay community. Then they have, and they're the females, because you know there's a distinction between female and male homosexuals. Then they want the militaries only loving men, but they're the men. And what makes it very difficult to digest in all of this is, you know, we, just like circumcision, if that is not cruel, you know, you're cutting off the tip. But even my own kids are circumcised. There's an irony there because I was brought, you know, their fathers were circumcised, so automatically I circumcised. It becomes a question of circumcision analogy. Now, so we have the male gladiator military men, and we have the female doctors. So what about women? Well, there's, you know, they started whacking off, Lucifer started whacking off women and painting these, you know, we call them hintfakirleri, or squalor women, to be white or to be Chinese. And they're okay with the gladiators that set up because, you know, they figure that is their reincarnation on this particular earth. Well, Prophet Hanna was not okay with that setup. So that three community, they love each other, and you know, they only live about 20, 30, 40, 50 years and then they're dead, you know. And the gladiator men. Now let's look at how hard that is on the men. Now, if you take a boy child and you rape him to submission, and then you start injecting him with to feel good for other men. That is the 3-0 setup you're gonna get. So if you notice, I don't know if you know the 3-0 setup out there, that's the artificial setup. The real 3-0 trio setup is the female gay doctors and the gladiator style men. That's part of the military, so they're going to combat, their wives are going to take care of them, and then these poor squalor Indian kind of really like gypsy women that are okay with that entire setup. Well, again, when we think of an asshole, or when we think of a penis and the violence against the penis by doing a circumcision, even though I've had my children circumcised at a very, very young age, like probably day 3, we have to question certain things, and don't let this be offensive. This is a battle between Prophet Hanna and Lucifer, and based off a true story, and me looking at these people funny, not because I'm against their trio setup. That's not why I'm looking at them funny. It's the fact that a female brought to this earth the sun collection, meant for good, and all they did was send squalor around me to steal it. And because they figured I was just a straight female that didn't fit into that trio setup. So when we think of an asshole and you're taking a child and there's no nerve endings and you're fucking it to submission and then you're pumping it with drugs, we have to question if that is a good thing for the gay men now. You know, because I have to be okay with what the majority wants at this particular time on Earth, day 4617 of massive battles between myself and the trio now. As they bum rushed Canada, and they did a lot of damage. So we have to really look at blown out assholes. Is that a good thing? It actually isn't, because it's a service thing, and that psychology comes from the caste system in India somewhere, or in Anatolia, when you became the loser, and that is about 20,000 years old before straight women look disgusted at men. It's a 20,000-year-old minimum practice that got beefed up, because back then, the loser might have gotten it up the ass, but he was still kind of like attracted to females with this medical device that has been that is lethal. That is where we're running into another story altogether. So this is one of my most raw stories. It's about 900 videos. Some are very, very graphic. You have no idea. I'm the authentic. I was altered and put to sleep over 625 times. Is this my natural hair color? No, because I'm trying to grab my identity back. I'm actually a dirty blonde, as Lucifer just with that device puts Secret Service to sleep, walks in, alters the face, alters the arms, the breast area, the chest cut from one breast to another. And these are the challenges for the future of some of the things that Prophet Hanna had to go through. And all of this is a gift. It will close, and I will wish the planet the very best if you don't get the Real Evolve series. But we are trying to pressure these communities just to hear out the exhibit. Unfortunately, the squalors of Earth in Canada now bum rushed every single country. Whether it's the Asians or the Indians or whatever, we're talking the poorest of these communities, and they did a lot of damage. They did a lot of damage using United States media that is strictly bronzers and not educated in the domain of Prophet Hanna's Sun collection. So hope you can support. Thank you and have a good day.